What's going on, guys? My name is Skal, and today you will notice that I am not in the usual place. And yeah, I'm just gonna get that straight out of the way, right out of the way, immediately. What did I just say? Oh my god. We are currently in my creative test world right here, if you couldn't already tell by the fact that I am standing on a giant obsidian box thing. And yeah, we are also wearing an elytra, so I can do this. Freaking love the elytra, they are awesome. Today we're going to be showing you some stuff in my creative world here that I want to eventually build in my actual real world, and that right there is one of them. It looks kind of weird, but you'll understand what it is in just a second here. So, recently I've been kind of thinking about what we're going to actually do regarding our base and the stuff we build, and what's going to happen regarding, where we live and such. Because right now where we live in the world, as you guys will know, is the Sand Temple, and we just kind of dump everything outside it, and it looks really ugly, and it's not good. And everything we build there is temporary and whatnot. So, I've kind of been thinking more recently about what we actually want to do for our real base. And I've had some things in mind for a while now, which you guys probably already know. I want to, as soon as possible, realistically, find the stronghold, because when we do find the stronghold, I'm going to be building my base around the end portal. That way we can have access to the end portal when we're just in our base in general, which is going to be really, really good. Only problem with that, however, is that when we come back from the end into the overworld, we might be quite far away from spawn. So what we'll probably end up doing is probably just have a base at the end and kind of a village-style thing at spawn with nether portals so we can fast travel around to get back to our base, which is not really a bad idea. So, when it comes to building that, though, obviously we're going to be changing around our building style quite a lot. You can see I've actually already planned out some buildings here, and the path for sure. I really like this path. It looks really nice. It consists of gravel, cobblestone, and andesite. That's it. It looks really good. Just really like it. So, what we're building right now in our world, it's all clunky, messy, junky, temporary. When it comes to building at our base, we want to have more permanent and more interesting features. For example, CMB Minecraft recently returned to the YouTube community, and it's been 3 years since he posted a video. This guy is a redstone god, and I have replaced one of my doors in this world here with one of his brand new designs, which does this. That's it, boom, and it opens again. Just like that. It's as clean as that. This guy is one of the best redstoners out there, and he's very recently returned to the redstone community, and it's such good timing because it means that whatever he builds now, I'm very likely going to duplicate most of it into my survival world, because his contraptions are absolute gold. They are amazing. This one, for a start, is without a doubt the smallest 3x3 door you can get. It is 2 blocks wide. 2 blocks wide. This thing is just... It's amazing. I couldn't hope to build something this good. It's just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's going to definitely be going in our world. Over here we have a door of my own design. It's a 3x3 door once again, but it's a different one. This one is entirely consistent of slime blocks, which it's okay, but it's not as good as that door in my opinion. It opens a lot faster, as you can see. Closes like that. Opens almost instantly. Opens a little bit faster, but you are constricted to the slime block and obsidian / immovable block variants around the door frame, which is a shame, but this thing's kind of like an earlier stage door because it's a lot cheaper in terms of resources, a lot easier to build. I think we'll be building one of these in our base pretty soon, but when it comes to it though, I do want to have things like this because this is much more professional, much more optional, much more versatile. I could go on. This door is a beauty. I love it so much. We're going to be building a lot of these in our world probably. Over here we have what I like to call a random music generator. But it's not tuned. I just remembered. It's not actually tuned. What this thing does is it generates completely random music using this setup right here. And it's pretty easy to understand. I don't think I really need to explain it. Yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. So yeah, if you guys want to copy that, feel free to. It's originally designed by Ethoslab, and he built it in his end, around his end portal. And I have a tuned one here, as you'll be able to see in a second. So I like the middle function the best. And once again, this is a contraption that is incredibly versatile, and we will have access to tuning a lot, because if I put all of these repeaters to 2 ticks like that and play it again, Absolutely love this thing. It's brilliant. And this is more of a thing for an SMP. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. But yeah, more talk on that later, by the way. But we are going to be building one of these things in our single-player world because I do really like this random music generator. I love music. I am not musically talented in any way whatsoever, but I've had an interest in music for years. As long as I can remember, I've just enjoyed listening to OSTs, music of all sorts, from all people, and the Minecraft music is absolutely beautiful. So just using note blocks to play random stuff like this. Yeah, I really like this. It's really good. So what I'm going to do over here is tune this one so I can add it to our collection of things we're going to build in our survival world. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this kind of list growing of things that I intend to build. I have 3x3 doors, 5x5 doors, maybe even 7x7 doors planned for the future, which is going to be absolutely insane. Maybe a little too insane. But yeah, and whenever I build something new in this world, I'm going to come back to you guys and show you it to get your opinions on whether or not I should build it. So, back to the main world. So here we are in the survival world once again, and I have a few things to update you on that happened in between this episode and the last. As you can see here, this is the sugarcane farm we built at the end of last episode, and it is fully filled, as you can see here, just like that, and it looks pretty good. You get some trippy effects when you walk through it as well. You can see the lines on the screen that get created. It's kind of it's kind of trippy, but I like it. So yeah, this thing is one of the most enjoyable farms to harvest in the game. When this thing's fully grown, in fact, you know what? By the end of today's episode, it will have fully grown, and I'll show you guys harvesting it. It's so fun to do. So yeah, this thing is now fully grown, as you can see here, and I keep the excess in that chest at the back over there, and we're going to be using the sugar for that quite soon in the future. You'll understand how in just a second here, and maybe you'll understand how after I show you this. The most recent addition to our world is this very, very simple yet effective wheat farm. Ha ha ha. No, it's a pumpkin farm. It's very obviously a pumpkin farm. And this design I didn't bother showing on camera because it's just, you know, it's just so simple. There's nothing automated about it. It's literally just for convenience purposes. And when this thing is full, I will be harvesting it as expected just to get the pumpkins ready. And yeah, that's it. It's a pumpkin farm. So there you go. And if you haven't already worked it out, sugar, pumpkins, what could he possibly be making? Well, that's correct. We're going to be harvesting pumpkin pie at some point in the near future. And for that, we need sugar, pumpkins, and eggs, which we will handle in next week's episode. So, basically, oh, one's grown already, look at that. Basically, one of my favourite food sources in this game, if not my favourite food source in this game, is pumpkin pie, because it's one of the best food sources, and I will tell you why in just a second here. A lot of big people, like Etherslab, Mumbo Jumbo, Zysumovoid, you know, all these people, you know, all these YouTubers that everyone watches. I watch quite a few of them, to be honest, as well, because I just find their work very interesting to follow. They like to eat things like steak, pork, golden apples, if they get super rich, and it's all good stuff. I mean, I understand why they do things like that. It's always good stuff. But my gimmick almost has always been that my main food source is pumpkin pie. And the reason for that is because it just cuts out so much of the process of getting food from animals. So, I'll walk you through the process of getting pork and steak first of all. So, with pork and steak, you have to first of all capture pigs, or cows of course, and then you basically haul them back to, like, you know, a pen, I guess, and then you have to set up a wheat field. So you grow the wheat or carrots if you're holding pigs, and then you, like, get all these crops, feed them to the animals have babies, and then you kill all the adults, wait for the babies to grow up, feed them again, and just repeat the cycle on and on and on until you get loads of food from the adults, and you go through generations and generations of cows. Or pigs, again, or pigs. So, basically, what that involves is capturing animals, making a wheat farm, making a cow farm, feeding the animals, killing the animals, cooking the food, and then that's it. So you've got about 6 processes involved in that. When it comes to pumpkin pie, all of those processes are so much easier to do. I'm going to put my armor on now, just in case. I get kind of paranoid at night time because there's always Endermen and zombies and whatnot trying to kill me and eat my face. So, yeah, so basically, when it comes to pumpkin pie, instead of having to capture animals, feed animals, etc., etc., you can do all that very easily. As we've already seen, I've very, very easily set up a sugarcane farm over here. As you can see right there, sugarcane farm is flourishing, doing really well, and we have a pumpkin farm doing exactly the same thing. Those things took 5 seconds to set up. It's so easy to do. And then the only other thing we need to make pumpkin pie is, of course, eggs. And I know you're thinking, okay, well, eggs, well, you have to herd some animals. Well, no. No, we don't. Because when it comes to chickens, if I collect enough eggs, of which we already have one, we have one egg right there. If I just go and sit near some chickens for a while and collect their eggs, I can just spam a hole with eggs and then just dip into it occasionally and just get a handful of eggs, just like that. Super easy. Or we can even just have eggs just filtering into a chest somewhere. Like we could just have a chest coming up from the back there with a bunch of caged chickens behind it. So it's all super easy to do. Craftable food is the best kind of food source because you can just wait around for all the ingredients to stack up and then just harvest them all and craft the food. Simple as that. There's no waiting for... What? Okay. There's no waiting for animals to grow up. There's no waiting for wheat farms to grow. There's no feeding of animals involved. There's no cooking food involved. It's all just crafting. And crafting is one of the fastest things you can do in this game. You can do it in bulk. You can do it easily. I think my headset just cut. Did my headset just cut? Hello? Hang on. Maintenance break. I can't hear anything. I'm gonna restart my headset, I guess. There we go. Because of my new setup, though, I'm still using the microphone from my Plantronics, so my wireless headset just managed to break itself, but my wired one is still turned on, so I can't hear anything, but you guys can hear me, and possibly the game sounds as well. That's kind of creepy. You guys are now more in the game than I am. Okay, my headset's back on. I'm going to reload the sound pack once again. Just like that. Can we hear again now? No. I still can't hear. This is really eerie. Eerie! Ah, good one, me. Good pun. Unintentional. So, yeah. What a good time to cut. I'm going to have to fix my headset because it seems to have broken. But yeah, that's my reasoning for why I like pumpkin pie so much. So when it comes to it, pumpkin pie will be our main food source, and we're going to get rid of these horrible, horrible baked potatoes at some point in the future and switch to the ultimate, glorious, superior food source. So, yeah. On to the next thing for today's episode. Well, it was always going to happen eventually. This thing was kind of inevitable. But I went back to watch my footage over here in Movie Maker, as I always do, and for some reason, starting at this clip and all the following ones, the sound was broken. And when I say the sound was broken, I don't mean the sound like the microphone crashed or my headset unplugged or something like that. I mean, for some reason, there is no sound in any of these clips whatsoever. Nothing from the game, nothing from me. I don't understand it. There's literally the sound of all these files is completely empty and there's no explanation for it. So here I am recording my voice over it like a derp afterwards, post-editing, so here we go. I'm going to try and talk to you guys a bit and explain what's going on in the background here. You may have just seen there, we just made a quick auto smelter, nothing really too important there. I'll talk about it properly next episode when I can actually speak to you guys live in the game. But, yeah, right here we go into the nether with some lava buckets, with some water... Oh my god. With some empty buckets, lava and water buckets in the nether, who knew? With some empty buckets, and we try and get ourselves some lava, because that is going to be the main fuel source for our auto smelter in the future. If you guys didn't know, buckets smelt a lot of items in furnaces, so to have them automatically going in, considering that you can't really stack, buckets of lava, it makes for a really, really efficient furnace setup. So with that furnace array we've got going right now to smelt hundreds and hundreds of pieces of netherrack, this is probably the best way of doing it. So you'll see here in this little clip here, we dump all the lava buckets with the triple clip function into the hopper, and it just starts smelting the netherrack that we collected from last episode. So would you look at that? We're getting loads and loads of nether bricks in loads and loads of time, but it's really efficient, so I don't really mind. So yeah, that's always good. Now, on to the next part of this episode. We wanted to do some Enderman hunting, and that's actually what this episode is possibly going to be named after, unless I get annoyed and call it something to do with the fact that it's broken. But basically, one of my plans for the future, obviously, is to find the stronghold. We want to build our base entirely around the stronghold. That's the main goal, and we will be doing that in the near future. I would guess that episode 10 is probably going to be the episode where we start to try and find the stronghold. But the main problem really is just finding ender pearls, to be honest. I mean, ender pearls are quite hard to come by, but I proved myself wrong here in this episode. As you can see here, I actually get some potions together, head out into the desert in the midst of the night, and we find a lot of endermen. As you can see here, I go onto my little platform there, which is, just a standard enderman hunting platform. And then you look at these guys in the face, they run over. Just like that. They always get over that really quickly. Look at that, they teleport miles. And then you just hit them with the axe a couple of times with the strength potion, and they're going to fall pretty quickly. But yeah, we get one ender pearl there, and we actually managed to get 2 more in the end of the night as well. So all goes pretty well. And my reactions were great here. It's the best enderman hunting I've done in a long time, and I managed to record it as well. My reactions were really good. I was really pleased at all of this. And then I come back to watch it, and there's no sound. What the hell? It's just annoying. Like, there's nothing much you can do. It's just annoying. So yeah, anyway, there isn't really much more for me to say. Basically, all that happened in the part of the episode which you guys didn't see was I made the auto smelter, we ventured into the nether to get some lava for the auto smelter, and then we had some great success in doing some enderman hunting. So, yeah. I'm going to give my regards to you now, guys, though. Thanks for watching this episode as usual. I'm really sorry that it broke. I'll try and make sure that doesn't happen again, and hopefully next time that does happen, I'll just jump straight back into Minecraft and try and record some more footage for you guys. But, yeah, unusually short episode for you today, considering that everything broke. But yeah, as usual, I hope you enjoyed the episode regardless of this little mess up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with some footage of me fighting Enderman off here, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching, take care, have a very nice day, bye bye.